What the hell am I listening to? Nikki gets paid for this? Money, money, money. It is absolutely all about the Benjamins for every single one of these couples, or at least there's some pretty good speculation that there is, except for maybe Sophie and Rob, but that is simply because he is broke as hell, and she supposedly was wealthy before. But we'll get into that. But first, make sure you follow, comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate all the support. Let's get it in the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell as well so you can see when new videos come out. 90 Day Fiancé on Mondays at 6, Married at First Sight Thursdays at 6, and we also do Smothered on Saturdays. So, appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Race to 1,000. Once we get there, we'll be looking at a live show weekly, so I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much for the support again. Let's get right into it. So first up, we have Citra and Sam. Now, Sam is clearly lying. Sam has been lying since day one about his addiction. That's pretty clear. He lied about how he got there. He lied about the charges. He's lied about putting off the paperwork by accident. At least I believe he's lying, but you know, addict takes one to know one. What can you say? But also, he's run into some problems with his mom and with her dad. So we will see how it plays out. Now, his mom is concerned because she's a Christian, they're Muslim. She doesn't like the idea of converting. That being said, she's got a point about converting for marriage. You shouldn't feel like you have to convert. And of course, with any conversion, Catholic, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, anything, you should definitely know that's what you want to do, and it should be about the religion and not about just because you're marrying someone of that faith, you feel like you need to do it. In this instance, he doesn't know a damn thing about it. He doesn't know a damn thing about being a Muslim. He went into the mosque with her and seemed like he was just kind of like, yeah, I know about this, and what else do we got to do? He's simply doing it to marry her. So he's doing what addicts do and making impulsive decisions and not really thinking about it. But his mom also may not be there, and that's going to be interesting in and of itself.
One of the most important moments of my life. You want to miss it, and that's up to you.
She doesn't believe the same things, and that's why.
Think about it.
She's going to think about it.
Like, I know she has a problem with things like the religious aspects, but it's a big moment for me.
I don't disagree with him.
Citra's dad's going to be there. Why can't I have my parents there?
I agree with him, and his dad is going to be there. But a boy wants his mom at his wedding, of course. So I feel like for this instance, even if you don't necessarily agree with the religious aspect of it, she could put it to the side and be there. Now, if she was saying, I think you're rushing into things. I think this marriage is not quite there. I think you're not doing it for the right reasons. I think you're not converting for the right reasons. I think those would be valid points to make. Now, he probably wouldn't listen to you, but I think they'd be valid points to make, and you could go from there. But that's not what she's doing. She's simply saying, I don't think I'll think about it. I don't know if I can be there, simply because of the difference in religion. So I don't think she's making a valid point, quite frankly. I think she's someone that, says one thing like, I disagree with the tenets of the religion, but then can't really articulate what those tenets are that she disagrees with. She just doesn't simply like it. And I think that's where it's coming from. Although, you can disagree and think, Christian, I believe in what I believe. But at the same time, if you're going to sit there and say you shouldn't go there for this, make a valid point for it. She's not making a valid point and simply saying what she has said in the past, which is that I don't think you should have to convert to get married. And that's what he's doing. He's not doing it because he truly believes. He's made that very clear with not knowing a damn thing about the Quran or anything like that. So she could make a valid point. She's just not doing it, which is interesting. They've said for a long time that Citra's dad is a cop, and where they're from in Asia, drug laws are very, very intense. Very, very, like, oh, weed, jail. Little tiny marijuana, joint, whatever, a marijuana cigarette, and jail. That's what it is over there. So they're very nervous because Sam, he claims he's got it together, but he has these pending charges, so they've been nervous about that. They're finally going to have this conversation about what's going to happen. Is her dad going to actually let this go through?
A couple of days ago, Sam and I told my dad that he forgot to file the version paperwork.
Did
my dad
not go well.
And he's really against drugs.
Yeah, I wonder why.
He worked at the drug division.
You know why he's against drugs? Because where they're from in Asia, it's like drug charge, death. Here it's like weed, smack on the wrist. Nope. I don't give a damn about weed. I don't care about that. But over there, they have their own way of, doing things, their own way of law. And guess what? Over there, caught with a little bit of weed, death. I mean, of course, I'm over exaggerating, but it's very harsh. It's years and years in prison. It's pretty bad. So naturally, they thought, this might not go over well, especially considering you claim you had one thing to do, get the paperwork in time, and you could be in a diversion program where the charges would be dropped that you're already lying about, claiming you had an expired prescription of drugs you have to take every day to maintain, not going into withdrawal from your addiction. So many red flags there. But you claim that you didn't get the paperwork done in time for something you would not have to go to jail for. I don't buy it. I don't know if he's lying about the diversion program, but he's lying. One way or another, he's lying. Either way, it's going to be a cluster. That's for sure. She said, I know he's being honest. He's not.
It's really
He's
horrible
not.
situation. I'm really angry with him that he put us in this situation.
He
And
lied
he
to you,
might go to
buddy.
jail, and I have no idea what to do. But
You
like
making a big mistake, I'll tell you
breaking up
that.
is not an option. Like I love him, and he needs me to be there for him.
Okay. Yes, but what if he goes to jail for years? He brings you over here, marries you, and then goes to jail for years. You need to be there for him? What what are you going to do? You're not going to be able to have a job. He's literally going to strand you over here from your family to go to jail instead of, being honest and upfront and just being like, "Hey, let's wait this out till I can clear this up." No, the fool was acting like an addict. This is like a guy, or this is a guy acting like someone in active addiction, not someone who has a problem that is in their past. That is the problem here. He's continuing to act like an addict, claiming he's not using, but if he's not yet, he's on the road to it. Then she says this little tidbit about her dad and getting what he wants.
He's gonna ask you question over and over again until you give in, but I'm not gonna give it to him.
He asks you questions over and over again until you give in. I don't want to be on this guy's interrogation. So not only where they're from in Asia are you having to deal with going to jail for many, many years for weed, but you also have she's saying having a cop who will ask you the same question over and over until you just say what they want to hear. Seems like a good system over there, good buddy. Yeah, that's really great. But that's a whole side point of the potential corrupt cop we're looking at. She's claiming that she's going to sit there and ride it out and ride with it and not going to leave and not do what her dad says. Okay, you're an adult. You can do what you want. I hope it doesn't screw you in the end. I hope it doesn't screw you in the long run because you're there. You're going to be stranded while he's doing his prison sentence, which should be fun. It gets more and more fun because we have Clayton and Annalie. Now, again, I said most of them are in it for the money, or it seems like they could at least make an argument for being in it for the money. Again, she didn't want to tell her dad about Clayton. But it's interesting because they started to have bachelor parties and she finally got to go out and have some fun. And I'd love to look and see if you can tell me how it's not cheating. Listen, the bachelor and bachelorette parties, I get it. All in movies, all you look at, oh, we go and have strippers, one last hoorah. You're going to go into a marriage. I get it. Then you're locked down by that piece of paper. You get married. You take your vows. It's your last hoorah. You're still in a relationship beforehand. The stripper thing, all that. Tell me how it's not cheating when they're shaking something in your face. And would any other naked girl, naked guy doing that in your face at any other time be okay? Explain this to me. Well, Annalie decided to have some fun. She wanted to go out and went out with Clayton's sister because she did the bachelorette party. And it got interesting. For both of them, really, because Clayton kind of did have a nerd bachelor party. This is Clayton's bachelor party.
All right.
Why are they in robes?
Ready to go swimming?
Why robes? All right. Two bros hanging out in robes. Listen to the music. Look at this. This is their idea of a bachelor party. Okay, that's enough. Now, I'll get his friend. His friend later admits that he's like, this isn't like a bachelor party I went to, but this is Clayton. So his friend wanted to do a little bit more and have a little bit more fun. Maybe he wanted to go out and have strippers. I don't know. But he's doing right, not really doing anything wrong. They play some video games. I mean, fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like video games, but, bachelor party, I mean, you could have done something more fun, even if you're not doing something crazy with strippers. Now, Annalise was a little more interesting.
A stripper?
Mm-hmm. Okay, explain to me how this isn't cheating. Like, look, explain. Explain to me how that's not cheating. Shaking his junk in her face. How is that not cheating? Explain that to me. Oh, because it's a bachelor party, you get a natural, like, pass? Come on, man. If I saw that, I'd be pissed too. Like, if that was my wife, I would be pissed, naturally. Now, how he reacts, I don't know, but you can't tell me that that's okay. I mean, explain. To each their own, I guess, but I don't understand it. Aside from the bachelor party, there are some more complicated issues here. So take all that aside. Take all the craziness, the bachelor party, the strippers, all that aside. Deep down, what they're talking about here is even deeper for issues that they're going to have later in life. Mostly Clayton's mom. So the sister asks about, Clayton's mom living there and all these things, and Annalie opens up about it, and the feelings are natural. But what the sister says is interesting.
I understand her situation at the moment, but after we are married,
Talking about the
she needs her
mom.
own space. I agree.
Naturally.
Umbilical cord.
Cut the cord.
Cut it.
But.
Yeah.
But
you know that she won't.
Exactly. Now the problem here.
Clayton and my mom have always.
Look at her emotions here. Look.
It's actually like disturbing. Like
she has a problem with
each
this.
Other's side.
And this is really bothersome because he's a grown-ass man and his mom seems very capable. This is not an elderly mother who needs care that moves back in with a child so you can take care of your mom like they took care of you growing up. His mother lives in the closet apparently because they can't be separated. Mostly, I'm sure, her not being able to cut the cord. It's going to be on him. And if he really loves this lady, if he really loves this woman and they get married, then he's going to have to tell his mom she's going to have to find another place. But the sister seems pretty convinced that that's not going to happen and goes on to tell Annalie, that it's just not going to happen. Honest with her. So, is it going to happen? Probably not. We'll see how it plays out, but they're not going to be together. A married couple needs their own space. This is not India where it's just a tradition for you to live with the family your whole life. This is America, and here you need your own space. You need to have, as a couple, your own space. Even her, she's not from here, but she understands that a couple needs their own space to grow their family especially once they're married. This isn't going to end well. Is any of it going to end well? Probably not. Ashley and Manuel have an interesting relationship from the beginning. Of course, they all do. But Ashley and Manuel seem to fight, and then go in a public restroom to have sex. That is their relationship. Now, they went to Niagara Falls and they think, oh, we saw some rainbows. The energy's right. Let's run and get married. So they went to Florida to get married. But there are still some problems. And whether this is going to work out, no. I'm just going to say no. Eventually, one way or another, it's just not going to work out. So, how that ends up ending is to be determined. Okay, this is not, man, what is that? Dude, you the wrong way. Why is she not in front and he's in back? What the hell is going on here? This fool's so messed up that he doesn't even know what's going on. Look at this. Every picture you have, he's booty dancing to her. What the holy hell has become of men in this day and age? Look, man. That's not how it works, Manuel. That's not how it works. Someone needs to tell him I don't know if that's how it works where he's from. Not in America. No, sir. God. What the hell am I looking at?
Manuel is a family man through and through.
Is he?
It pains me to see him sad and frustrated.
Okay, you don't want to see him frustrated and sad. Family man through and through. But he left his kids, he left his mom. I believe it was him that told his mom and his family that he was going off to work, only to never return so he could get married. And then it was the whole thing about you're not sending enough money. So I question his motives here. But he's very sad about leaving his kids and he wants to bring them over eventually. But how do you think that's going to work when you can't even get it together and can't even be on the same page with the woman you're going to marry? What are the motives? What are you in this for? What do you want out of this relationship? Is it simply money that you're trying to send your family? Because you weren't upfront and honest to begin with. And yet, like I said, their whole relationship is based on fight, sex in the bathroom. That's pretty much it. What do you have more than that at this point? So, I mean, I don't want any of them to fail. I'm just saying we could question the motives here for sure. Of course, Ashley has some ideas about what might loosen up Manuel a little bit and, make things a little bit easier. Strippers! Here we are again, because that's gonna work. Strippers. At what point, like, look, even if you're on it, look at this. It doesn't matter. Even if y'all are doing it together, explain to me how this is going to be a good thing when you're saying to him, hey, it's okay to have half naked women in your face. Is that going to end well for you? Or is that going to end very, very badly and you're going to be mad and wonder how it happened? My God, it's like there's no self-awareness here. Like, I don't know which is worse, going off and doing your separate bachelor and bachelorette parties, or doing it together at a strip club, making it look like you're giving permission for this kind of behavior. Explain that one to me. I think it's worse if they're doing it together. But, of course, there's the money thing, there's the he lied thing, there's the is he gonna leave her thing, there's the she's making it seem like it's okay to be around naked women thing. There's the we fight all the time and then but we have great sex to make up. Oh, okay. All right. So many problems here. Who thinks it's going to survive? Who thinks this relationship is going to make it through? I have questions. That is what questions indeed. Nikki and Justin are an interesting case, considering the fact that things completely changed and Nikki can't figure out why, except for the fact that in an argument, Nikki revealed some things about her past that might have been different, and now Justin all of a sudden is in love in mind, but not in body, and is trying to solicit threesomes and all kinds of other things. Will it work? No. No, it's not going to work. No.
Ready to end
I'm not ready.
She means for me.
Means for me.
Two hearts.
Two hearts.
Like you burn for each other.
Burn.
Like two souls understanding each other.
Only when I have threesome will those souls truly be intertwined. So, come on, man. I don't know what he is really trying to convince. He's trying to keep that paycheck. That's pretty damn clear. He's having everything paid for him, and he wants to keep it that way. But things got a little interesting at their engagement party, I think. What the hell am I listening to? Nikki gets paid for this? Are you serious right now? Is this a serious? Am I being punked? What the hell is going on? People actually pay to see Nikki sing? I mean, I know that Nikki was saying over and over, oh, I might be a little pitchy, and there was no sound check. Come on, man. I mean, I understand it takes all types, and look, there are a lot of mainstream singers that can't really sing without, like, the help of many devices, but you cannot tell me that Nikki is actually paid for this. But, and he's sitting there, we try to be supportive here, In Moldova, we love you regardless. My God, man. We will see what happens with this relationship, but clearly he wants the paycheck. We'll see if he continues to ride this out to get the paycheck. And what Nikki does, I don't know. But this is madness. This is a cluster train wreck, all of the above. Good Lord. And then there's Rob and Sophie. So Rob apparently posted a meme after they had their big fight, saying some things, and Sophie is bringing that up. They can't stop fighting, and the problem is they've both been wrong on both sides. Rob has solicited stuff from other females on the internet, and then, of course, it's cheating. If you're with someone, you're with someone. You don't get to go and get nude photos and nude cam images or whatever from other places. It's still cheating. But then again, Sophie decided to go off and try to have a friend find her, but she was only on the friend side to meet other females, and then it comes out that she's bi and she likes other females. There's a lot of if, ands, or buts about this relationship.
Basically, the picture says how I sleep at night, knowing she's telling one-sided stories to people and taking zero accountability to make me look like a bad person.
So this is the problem with social media. Couples taking to social media and not dealing with their issues causes more problems, and you wonder why the divorce rate is so high. It used to be you deal with the problems. Now it's like, oh, I'm not going to deal with you. I'm going to be passive aggressive and go post something on social media about you. What the hell kind of 10-year-old crap is that? He's completely wrong for that. Now, she's really immature too, but what the hell is Rob thinking? My God, this guy needs to get it together for sure. So Sophie decides to reveal to her mom that she's bi, and she does it in the same way. I'm bi. You're very immature, and yet what I thought was going to happen happens in that her mom tries to use that to pull her away from her own relationship. Now, Sophie tries to say, oh, well, I had some part in it. We've been arguing about the fact that I just told him that I was bi. So she's not really taking any accountability. What she needs to say is, oh, and by the way, I was on a dating website. I claimed I was only on the friend side, but in reality, I was searching for another girl because I'm bi. And that would have been more realistic and also something she hasn't told Rob. But yet her mom seems to seize on that to be able to say, hey, I would have told you you need to be with a girl before you can ever decide who you want to be with.
Like, if you would have told me this, I would have said, don't be getting married till you've been with a girl. I know that what you really want.
Who says that? Who says I would have told you to go be with a girl before you know what you really want? Like, what? This mom is doing nothing but trying to pull her daughter away. But can you look at her mom and really think she's made the best life choices? She's injected so much crap in her face that it looks like it's about to explode. She's one step away from having all kinds of things fall off her face because of all the surgeries, procedures, and stuff she's had done to it. So you cannot tell me that you are the best point of contact for this. The fact is that Sophie and Rob need to either work together, get it together, commit, or be done, because both of them have issues. Both of them are doing stuff behind the other's back, and it just ain't going to work out. It's just not going to end well. But I don't think any of them are going to end well. I don't see one of them that's going to probably last. We will see how it all plays out. I appreciate you joining me. Make sure you follow, comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get those notifications for Married at First Sight on Mondays, and also Married at First Sight on Thursdays, and 90 Day Fiancé on Mondays, Smothered on Saturdays, and any other videos that I do. So please make sure you hit that so you can know. Race to 1,000. Once we get there, we're going to be looking at a live show weekly. I'm excited for that. Thank you for all the support, and I will see y'all next time.